Okay, with Lush I've added a couple of things for default, a few new things, like she's got poseable hands that were made by Derivable X, and she's got some dainty feet as well. I've left off the skin and all that sort of stuff as well, just to keep the kilobytes down and make way for the modifiers. I have reduced the size of the head a little bit, so it doesn't look like that big bobble head. The good thing about these hands that Derivable X has made is they are fully poseable. As you can see here, they're fully poseable, which is a great addition. So that makes a big difference, and they're not dainty, but they're not huge. They're just nice. And these are the differences between the 60 pose and the 20 pose, and I advise you to pause the video so you can have a good look at this. But the main things that are a big difference are the hips, the wrist twists, and the pelvis, which make a big difference to when you're using the modifiers and what you can create with the 60 pose as opposed to the 20 pose. So there's definitely a big difference, and just extra movements as well. Here's the hips. I've just done a couple of little videos, just 3 little versions to show you what can be done. See, you can move them in and out, and you know this reacts differently with all poses too. So like if you've got a standing pose, you know, you can move the legs out and then your legs across like this. And you know, if you've got a sitting pose, obviously you can do the same, make the legs spread wider or come in closer. So it does make a big difference. You know, this is just like a fairy pose that I made, but you know, you can bring in the hips and take them out as well, so you can get a lot of variation with it. One of the biggest ones is the wrist twists. Now, you've got the wrist twist which twists sideways, but then once you twist it into a position, then you can use the normal wrist movements. So in actual fact, you're getting all these wrist twists, but then you've got 9 wrist movements with it, so it multiplies to something like 80 wrist positions, which is pretty incredible, and helps a lot when you're doing certain poses. This is the pelvis, and it just rotates the whole avatar, so you know, you can turn a sitting pose into a standing pose, or vice versa. So you know, this makes a huge difference. So you know, when you look at it like this, it could be a kneeling pose, it could be a sitting pose, it could be a lying pose, and then you can use the other modifiers after that. And here's a quick tweak, just to show you, dong dong dong. That's quick. And you know, there's another one too that the 60 pose and 70 pose got, is arm forward, which brings the arm forward, which means, you know, when you bring it forward, then you can use the elbows as well, which makes a huge difference. This is a lying down pose, just to show you, you know, it's just extra little things that can make that pose that much better. So and, you know, here you've got arm forward, and then you know, you use the elbows and you can bring them in as well. So now under the PoseCentral account, there's going to be a lot of custom nails and stuff that are specifically designed for the Lush avatar. And also, you know, if texture developers want to go to Derivable X's catalog, they can make some new nails as well, and also gloves as well. So anyway, I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoy Lush.